up, y'all? It's your girl Katie, and welcome back to my channel. So we are jumping in with my first go-to quarantine snack. I've been eating this probably every other day to every day. I'm in love with it. So garlic edamame, you guys, you can get it at restaurants, but I decided to make myself. So these are the ingredients you need. It's not something I guess everyone would have in their pantry, but if you have these, you guys, you gotta try this. Okay, so I'm starting by heating up a pan to like medium to high heat, you know, preferably, and tossing in some edamame. This is from Trader Joe's, and I feel like it's the best edamame I've ever had in my life, so it's amazing. And then I do about 1.5 scoops of minced garlic, because this is garlic edamame, and then also 1.5 scoops of this chili onion crunch, which is from Trader Joe's, and I am absolutely in love with it. I mean, I put it in everything now, but oh, and of course soy sauce. You cannot forget the soy sauce. I just drench it in soy sauce. And then for some added roasted garlic flavor, just add some of that in there and stir it all up. So this next thing is like the key to like that sweet spicy edamame, and it's honey. So I add a pretty big drizzle of honey, and it just finishes the dish off. You guys, it's amazing. I am obsessed with edamame. I get it every time I go out, so to be able to make it at home and for it to be like actually delicious is crazy to me. So I can't even tell you how much I've been eating this, but that's pretty much it for the dish. It's super easy, it's super quick, it's like my go-to whenever I have nothing else to make, and there you go. Alright, so this next dish, you guys, this is amazing. I found this recipe on Pinterest, I believe, and it's called like a keto garlic cheesy bread. So basically you need 4 ingredients. It's the easiest thing in the world to make, and you start by heating your oven to like 350 or something around there, and then you just kind of take all of the ingredients and you combine them together. So easiest thing in the world. It's so quick and it's so effortless. You need about 1/4 cup of Parmesan, and then I do like a heaping cup of mozzarella. I just really pack that mozzarella in there. And then after that you also need 1 egg, and you just crack the egg in there along with the rest of the ingredients. And I mean, this is just, it's so good. It's so good, you guys, and it may not be like a crispy crunchy bread, but it's pretty darn close. And there's me adding a heaping ton of garlic powder. That's also what you need. And then I just take a spoon and I like mix it all together until it's combined, and when it's done it should look like it's mac and cheese, I like to say, because that kind of looks like mac and cheese, does it not? And yeah, so that's how you know everything's like thoroughly combined. And then I just take a pan, add a small drizzle of olive oil just so it doesn't stick, I guess, or you could do tinfoil, whatever you want, and I just add it on there, and I kind of like mush it into a bread shape. So whatever you mush it into is the way it's gonna cook and the way it's gonna turn out. So mine's like it's like a flatbread, I'm gonna say. It's more like a flatbread. And I just pop it in the oven for about 15 minutes and let it cook. So once it's done, this is how it should look. It just kind of looks like a pile of cheese, but if you put some imagination into it, it could look like some cheesy flatbread. So we're just gonna think of it that way, and I mean, you guys, this is so good. I cannot stress it enough. So I kind of just take a pizza cutter and I cut it in like strips that you would usually get garlic cheesy bread in, so like thin and skinny strips, and I just place them on a plate. You let it cool for a little bit so the cheese isn't like completely coming apart, but there it is. So easy, and you guys, you need to try it. You really do. Alright guys, moving on to the third recipe. This one is like my go-to for breakfast or maybe brunch kind of snacks, and it's the easiest and it's also the healthiest. So if you're trying to get healthy during this quarantine, definitely pay attention to this one. I like to call it like strawberry shortcake rice cakes, because it kind of just tastes like a strawberry dessert, but it's good for you. So yay for that. So I kind of just start out by cutting strawberries in like little thin slices. And don't worry, I ate the ends of the strawberries. Just don't think I threw them away, okay guys? I was eating it along with making it. So I don't know, I just like the big pieces. I guess you don't have to do this, but it just looks prettier for the picture, honestly. So yeah, just cut up the strawberries, and I take 2 rice cakes. You can do as many as you want, and I drizzle it with honey. So this is like a good sweetness base on it, and then I add the strawberries on top and I arrange them all nice and pretty, and then I take some cinnamon and I just drizzle that baby on there as well. And I kind of overloaded the last one, but that's okay. Also stevia, that's kind of like my secret one, stevia, just a little bit, because I think the added sweetness, it just really helps it out. And yeah, so good guys, it's so easy. And there is the 3rd recipe. Alright, moving on to the next recipe. This one probably includes the most ingredients and is the most complicated, but you guys, oh my god, when I discovered this recipe, I died. That's it, I died, because it was so amazing, and you would not think like all of these things go together and make an amazing dish, but they do. And I've made probably like 10 since I discovered it. So I saw this recipe on YouTube. It's like a kind of, I guess they call it Vietnamese pizza, and it's just amazing. So I start by heating some oil in a pan, and you take these spring rice roll thingies, and they're like for the spring rolls that you see that are usually healthy, and you like dip them in water, but I am pan frying it. So I just added some lettuce, and I added some cabbage, and then I added some chili onion crunch as well. So I kind of modified this to what I have, and you could do the same. I definitely did not have everything they had in the recipe, but this works just as well, trust me. And then I also add some minced garlic, and this is when you take an egg and you kind of just crack it right in the middle, and then I take a spoon and I kind of spread it out so it like covers the whole entire thing. And this would be a lot easier if you did it before you added the ingredients, but I don't know, this is just how she did it in the video and how I've been doing it. So some roasted garlic for a little extra flavor, some onion powder for a little extra flavor, and then I take a boatload of mozzarella cheese. I guess you can use any cheese as well, but that's just what I prefer. And then some sweet chili sauce. This it makes the dish. The sweet chili sauce, you guys, trust me, it's amazing. It's so good. And then I flip it over kind of like an omelet. So it looks like an omelet. That's what this is, but it tastes like a pizza. And I mean, it's not horrible for you, but it's not, I guess, as good as the other dishes I've made health-wise, but it tastes like heaven. So guys, if you have these ingredients, try it. Please try it. It's amazing. Alright guys, moving on to the very last recipe, and this one is for everyone who loves sweets and has been having a massive sweet tooth throughout this quarantine, because I have, and I kind of just threw all of these ingredients together one night, and now every time I make popcorn, this is what I do. So I like to call it like a s'mores popcorn, because you're basically adding everything you would into a s'more, but putting it in popcorn. So I just take these little health pop bags. They're like basic butter popcorn, and they're really tiny, so it's like a great serving size, and I stick it in the microwave however long it needs, take it out, and I kind of hand scoop it into a bowl. So this is like a pretty big bowl. It makes it easier for mixing, that you will see later, but I hand scoop it so I don't get kernels in there, because when the kernels stick in this marshmallow, guys, it's just really uncomfortable and painful to eat. So anyways, the next thing I'm doing is taking about 3, 4, possibly 5 marshmallows, and I just break them in half, and I do this so it just evenly coats it when I put it back in the microwave. And I'm putting it back in there, maybe I would say 20 seconds, I think is what I did, and it just kind of really melts the marshmallow. So once you have fluffy melted marshmallow, this is when you take a fork and you just mix it around. Don't be scared if you crush some popcorn. You kind of need to get like everything fully mixed in. So once you have like a pretty good mix of marshmallow and popcorn, that's what it should look like. Some stretchy, gooey wonderfulness. And then I add in a few chocolate chips, and then I also break in some graham crackers. So mix this around, and you literally have S'mores Popcorn. It's so good, especially when you're watching Netflix 24/7 like I have been doing. It's a great snack and I love it. So there you guys go. There are my 5 go-to snacks for quarantine that I've been just so obsessed with and I've been making constantly. So I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please smash that like button and subscribe down below. And don't forget to press that notification bell to get notified every time I upload and to become part of the notification squad. So that is it for today, guys. If you try these out, let me know below, especially how you feel about them. And if you have any snacks that you've been eating during quarantine, let me know as well. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Coming in, flex, I just wanna win, LA BB, who we running with, 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again.